MortgageAuction.com. Good evening, everybody. I guess we're the last one, so we'll get right through this. So I guess you can figure out that buying a home is probably the largest purchase anybody is going to take on in their lives. And most people need financing, so it behooves you to shop for the mortgage. Now, you may be thinking, well, hasn't that been already played out? There's plenty of players that are online to finding a great mortgage. Well, the reality is that if you, the biggest one is LendingTree, and they make the promise of when you use them, lenders compete and you win. The reality of what they do is they actually dole it out to, let's say, 5 people that subscribe to the service. Now, that's not really competition. Competition is, to them, is probably for the lenders to get together and have a cup of tea. Whereas we consider competition, let's really get down there and let's have some bloody knuckles from the lenders to get at each other. And that's what we built. We found out that the domain of MortgageAuction was available, and I thought, oh, that's pretty good. So let's try and create a business out of it. I do come from the mortgage business, so I kind of know what's going on there. So Dave is going to walk through us through a particular option. So Dave's already signed up, and there's only 4 fields that you need to have an account, and he's going to create an account for us, an auction house. So we kept it really simple. The auction type, I just want a lowest rate with no points, 8 points to 1. Right? Now it's let's do a refinance, and I'm going to do a 30-year fix. My kids go to college. I need some money. I've got great credit. My house is valued probably about $500,000. Loan amount $400,000. Nice and clean. I live there. It's non-occupied. It's a single family. Alright, so 123 Main Street. Oh, we got some. Great. My income, let's say, we need that, right? 150. Okay. So create my auction. So what happens here is basically, once the auction is created, we send an email out to all the lenders that are subscribed with us. They get an email, they get excited. Right now, we're basically doing this on our own server, so no bids have come in. But once they get an email, they're welcome to come in, and we're going to simulate that first lender that decides, I want to bid on this, I want to get in on the action. So let's bid 4%. And let's do $1,000 in fees. So that's my first submission. Okay, so Dan Lowe is in there. So the next lender sees that and says, hey, I can do better. Let's get into, let's do better, and we'll do 3.875. And I'll do $500 in fees. And that gets submitted. So the whole time the borrower's information is masked. I don't know who that is, but I'm interested in this because this is going to make me some money. And the thing that the borrower is actually seeing is how much savings that next incremental bid is giving me just by doing that. So I'm sitting back on the couch, I'm watching the March Madness, and I'm saying, hey, I just saved $10,000. Nice, right? Next bidder comes in. So this goes on. I've done this, and if I posted my auction tonight, the auction actually closes in the next day in the afternoon. The close of business is 5 o'clock. So on and on this goes, 3.5. Let's go, no fees. Ooh, I'm there, right? So Dan's happy. He's making money on this transaction, and when the auction closes, guess what? the borrower has saved $41,000. Well, this is simulated, but we have averaged out all the auctions that we've had since November, and on average, we're looking at $10,000 per sale per auction. That's a lot of money, and it behooves getting these lenders to beat each other up, and we don't mind doing that. They actually love it. So that's the option. Questions?
Is it locked?
The locking mechanism, actually, you have to consummate the deal after the auction closes, and you contact with the lender. Actually, the lender contacts you because it's winners take all, and they're very easy.
So it's locked at the time of contact?
Yeah, you have to give them your application right there.
They don't have to look at the property or the clothes?
Well, that's part of the process. You can lock the rate, but you have to go through the entire mortgage application. So the appraisal has to be done, you know, the underwriting, etc.
And it seems to me there's only a bunch of criteria. That screen doesn't have a lot of criteria. Why wouldn't somebody with a lot of money, wants to lend money, give the best, their best and final offer right up front? Why would they screw around?
Well, they can do that, but there's some, you want competition, and we're finding that competition is healthy. So if one lender is actually thinking it's their best and final offer, that next lender is going to say, well, I can do better. And you want them to do better, don't you?
Sure.
Yeah, right? Questions?
Does it account for like special scenarios? Can you put notes to the lender, like existing jobs, employed, my house is getting rehab at the time? Do you get to let them know any special circumstances?
We haven't built that in yet, because those are parameters that it doesn't, in lending, you know, they're gonna, the lender's gonna contact you and ask you, hey, you need a full application anyhow. So, but there's no risk on your part to put that in there, and they can work with it. And they don't mind doing that. Go ahead.
Have you seen any abuses of the system, like people bidding really low, and then when it gets to the appraisal, charging $500 for the appraisal, then being like, oh, we actually can only give you this rate?
Appraisal values are very difficult right now it behooves the borrower to understand what value their home is. And there's lots of online resources to look for an objective value. So if you see that your house is worth $500,000, but you don't put $1 million in there because that'll sway the.
I mean more like a bait and switch. Like
The bait and switch on whose side?
On the bank side. So I've heard about this a lot, especially with things like Quicken loans, where they'll be like, 3.5%. Wait, no, now we can only give you 4.5% after you've given us a $900 application fee.
Yeah, that happens a lot. But what happens is, what we're finding is our lenders are actually, they're policing themselves. We had this incident today where this is what's classified as a jumbo loan, so you have a certain amount after a certain loan amount that it's a higher rate. What one lender noticed was that the other lender missed this, and the guy that bid a much lower rate missed that attribute. The other lenders were up in arms. They were emailing us and saying, "Hey, wait a minute, what's going on here? This guy is off, right?" And we're actually finding out that these guys are like playing poker, and they're saying prime foul, and somebody's trying to cheat the system. So we're actually seeing that effect. It's a very interesting thing that because they get to see each other, quote each other.
Who's bidding, brokers or intermediaries or people with committed capital?
There are lenders and there are brokers. Both are on our platform. It's fair game because they're bidding on the same thing, apples to apples. So that's okay.
It seems like the market is with people with committed capital with the excess that because of the irregularities of demand that, for large probably put money to work and move on with, as long as people with credit.
that certainly can be the case. It depends on, there are situations where a particular private lender may be able to come in and say, that's a great deal for me, I want to take it, but that's to the benefit of the borrower also, right? So it's actually a very efficient model.
Thank you so much.
Join Boston New Technology Meetup. Sponsor an event or a venue. Present your idea and attend to network with Boston's brightest. Details are at www.bostonnewtech.org and in the video description.